Have you rejected yourself? Are you living a gloomy life? Do you deserve any good? Chapter 4: Exceptions to the Rule. The fourth secret of the no rejection process. The reward is equal to the contribution. Author unknown. There will always be rejection in your life. After applying the ideas in this book, you'll find that almost all rejection is healthy for your growth. While that may seem incredible, only one type of rejection causes most misery: the rejection we give ourselves. Since this rejection is self-inflicted, it creates a special kind of misery. We are its primary cause, and we alone can cure it. Rejecting ourselves for something we did or didn't do often causes us to wallow in self-pity and guilt. If we let our self-blame grow from this one instance and generalize our feelings, it could blossom into the belief that we alone are the cause of many of the world's problems. From here, we are likely to dwell on what we are not going to do anymore. This equates to having nothing left to do but stay away from new things and fresh ideas. What's really puzzling is how simple it is to recognize these self-rejections, and yet how few people seem to notice them. Once you see them for what they are, you can rid yourself of these dark clouds hanging over your life. As you gain a full understanding of how to identify your self-rejections, you can prevent them from ever again interfering with your life. The challenge is in recognizing the self-rejection in the first place. Many times it's like the flu, masked behind symptoms. It can go undetected until it's in full force. It's important to learn to recognize and identify the symptoms and realize they are the seeds of self-rejection. Symptom recognition can speed the cure and quicken your recovery. You can then grow into the person you are destined to be and live the life you want. What are these symptoms? So, here they are: self-abandonment, self-abuse, self-accusation, self-annihilation, self-betrayal, self-condemnation, self-criticism, self-deception, self-defeat, self-denial, self-despair, self-destruction, self-doubt, self-effacement, self-humiliation, self-justification, self-pity, self-punishment, self-renunciation, self-repression, self-righteousness. We need to recognize the symptoms of self-rejection so we can treat the disease. Such rejection can lead to a negative life change if it is left to grow and fester. The good news is that the antidote is the disease itself. You can actually use the self-rejection as an immune system builder by getting an injection of it, then growing through it. Some rejection can be controlled or eliminated. You could be rejected because of your appearance. I'm not speaking of a disfigurement due to a birth or accident, nor am I speaking about the color of your skin, shape of your eyes, or texture of your hair. People who reject you based on those things are not discussed in this book. I am speaking of a more superficial nature. While I agree that clothes do not make the person, I can tell you that what you wear will often determine whether or not your good qualities will ever be discovered. The other side of the coin is, suppose you want me to treat you as the important person you believe you are. Would it be unreasonable for me to expect you to take time to dress like you thought I was important enough for you to get my attention? Grooming and cleanliness are other big areas you can utilize to promote acceptance of you and your ideas. Men need to be clean shaven, preferably with no facial hair. Have you noticed how company presidents and other successful male leaders are usually clean shaven? Hair needs to be neat and clean. Avoid waterfall haircuts or the skinhead look. They just aren't attractive to most people. Needless to say, everyone needs to shower or bathe daily, if not for themselves, then out of respect for others. Also, be sure to use deodorants and apply cologne or perfume spray sparingly. Finally, earrings look great on women, but not on men. Also, women need to be aware of the length of their dresses and skirts in order to project a business-like appearance. Ladies also need to wear tops with a conservative neckline. Any jewelry women wear needs to be in keeping with a professional appearance. Bring out the best in yourself and others. Bringing out the best in yourself can be done by grooming and dressing like you mean it. If you really want to work for or associate with someone, or have them want to work for or associate with you, show them respect by the way you dress and groom yourself. Make a lasting positive impression. Reduce the possibility of rejection. Look the part as much as you can. Excellent grooming and dressing your best and knowing it gives you a sense of accomplishment. This boosts your confidence and self-esteem. In most cases, the high-paying opportunities go to those with these two key qualities. Rejection based on lack of understanding. Every time we venture out to discover if an idea will be accepted, we first need to make sure all parties involved understand the concept. If you don't do this, you'll probably never be sure why your idea was rejected. When you spend the time and energy to make sure the concept is understood, you may gain new insights about how to improve it. You may then realize more acceptance or even decide to abandon it for other pursuits. All of these results cause growth. Rejection can be caused by what you fear others may think, so, or do. The last type of rejection we'll consider in this chapter is challenging to identify. But as with all challenging discoveries, there are greater benefits. I'm speaking of the rejection that is given to your idea as a result of the giver's own fear of rejection from their peers. Let's say you discover someone who would reject an idea of yours only because of his or her own fear of rejection by a peer. Say you presented your concept and got rejected. You then defended your stand by pointing out a weakness in the person you were looking to for acceptance. How successful do you think you would be? How likely are they to be open minded when you approach them with another concept? Accept others unconditionally. What if you started accepting others unconditionally, regardless of how they reacted to your plan? What if you said them upfront that whatever they decided was best for them was fine with you too? You just wanted to share an opportunity with them. What if this course of action helps them decide they could be accepted by someone regardless of which choice they made? If they reject you and your idea, they are accepted by their peers. If they accept you and your idea, it will be on the value of your plan because they already have your acceptance. You have placed them in a true win-win situation where they can decide what's truly best for them. What does that tell them about you? Now, how do you think they will react to future ideas you may present to them? Let's look at the big picture. When you simply accept them regardless of their decision, here's what the benefits will be. Your idea stands on its own merit. This is the best you can hope for. You have created an opportunity for someone to learn independence. That makes you a great teacher, and the greatest way to learn is to teach. Because of your acceptance, someone you have come in contact with now has more strength to deal with rejection. Since they are open-minded, they may be able to make suggestions to improve your idea. Preventing rejection for wrong or non-value reasons lets your ideas stand on their own merit. They will either be accepted and benefit others or rejected. Then you can move on. Preventing the wrong kind of rejection saves time for all concerned.
Rise up and shine. But hey, let's look at that. How do you allow yourself to win? By self-abandonment, self-denial, self-doubt, self-pity, self-righteousness. What all do you do to win over the situation? What is your deservability index? Rank it from 1 to 10. Do you deserve any better?